Well, hello and welcome to another MotoNZ.com video, and I'm Ray, and
I'm Todd. Hello.
Todd
Again.
And this has been sitting in the back of my garage for about a week now, covered in a shroud. Todd, tell me what it is.
It's my new bucket bike.
New bucket bike. Now, we've been following you doing buckets for a wee while.
Yes.
And we've seen you crash other people's bikes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it was good time for an airplane to go past. Good. It was time to buy something else that was yours to trash.
Exactly. That's the idea.
Okay.
So we've already put numbers on it. I don't know. I guess you're going to show some footage at some point of. I did already take it out, so it has been done. That's why it's dirty with numbers on it. But let's have a look.
Wow.
So it's a R15 V2. I think I said on the last podcast episode we did that I was looking for the R15. It's a really nice sort of chassis that I liked. This one's still very much set up for, it could have been for the 150 Cup on the big track in New Zealand, but this one's going to have a life as a bucket racer. So there's a few bits we can probably take off that we don't need, because we just don't need it for a small track. But yeah, we got some work to do today to kind of get it up to spec. So I said, like last time we went out last weekend and I rode it, but it was really cold, so I really couldn't push it too much. And then there was a few things I noted that we have to fix on it, and that's what we're going to do today.
All right, so what's on the list of stuff to do?
So come around here. We took the side stand off. That's required for the bucket regulations. But this down here can still scrape pretty badly on the kart track. So we're going to cut this off there with the grinder, maybe even underneath as well. That's the first one. We ordered some Tang Grips, but they haven't arrived in time, so we won't be able to get them on today. But that was a problem when I was riding, where I just couldn't actually grip the tank very well. What else do we have to do? We are going to change the front sprocket. The gearing was way too long. I looked at the video footage we had, and I only got up to, I think, 4th gear. I thought it was 5th on the day, but it was only 4th. So I spent pretty much most of the track around in 2nd gear. So we're going to down tooth the front. We can't get a rear at this stage, so we'll just do the front. We'll see how that goes. And I think
clutch.
Oh, the clutch. That's right. Yeah. So what I found is if you have a look down here, there's no. This is all the way wound in, so there's actually no more adjustment here. But on the final 2 races at least, but probably all throughout most of the racing last weekend, the bike kind of felt like it was an automatic. It was just kind of like revving up, and then it would keep revving, but the bike would kind of slow down. Which is kind of what happens if you had your the clutch slightly pulled in. So the cable's quite tight, and we think that might be the problem. So we're going to loosen it off down this end at the engine. And if that doesn't work, we can kind of look at maybe changing something else out. But it looks like there should be enough free play on the engine side. So yeah, clutch, sprocket, and cut that off. They're the main jobs, and then maybe just have a look through the bike, because I haven't really spent a lot of time since picking up the bike. I haven't actually spent a lot of time just looking over it and understanding it. So we'll do that today. We'll just lift it straight over the top. Okay.
Just lift the lever. The lever on the axle stand?
Oh, this. Nice. Oh, sorry. Didn't get it.
Do we need the axle stands?
Yeah, it won't be very stable. But I can just lift it up like this.
How's that? Solid?
Done.
Right, first thing.
I can just get the grinder out. Not exactly straight, I think we might come from the other side and just come in through there. Didn't realise it fell off.
You've started that bit now. You might as well take it off.
Yeah, I think I will. Well, let's have a look. It's going to be quite hot. It's like that.
There's a nice chunk of, what's that, alloy?
I think this is just steel. I think just mild steel. Was it like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Like that. Yeah, something like that.
Just round off that edge with the edge of it.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I've got some black paint.
Actually, do you have a file that we could use to just give it a...
Probably nothing big.
Only actually small's okay.
Hammer?
No, it needs to be like something abrasive.
Like a hammer?
I don't think it's probably worth painting.
If it's steel, it'll rust.
Well, it'll rust underneath, yeah.
Just give it a spray. Just go.
Okay.
Just drag that bit of cardboard underneath it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is the thing cut off and sprayed with paint, I should say.
Yep.
What's next on the list?
We want to adjust the clutch cable, so what we'll do is you can get a bit of adjustment in here, but there's also the fluids bottle that I've put onto here. So I think we'll take this fairing off, and then we can at least get a bit more access and make it easier. And plus, we can see what's underneath. Don't you hate when you lose the ball bearing out of a one of these?
I've never actually lost a ball bearing in one of those.
Done it a few times.
What are they? A 4?
Hey?
What are they? A 4?
I'm gonna go with a 5, I think.
Nope, 4.
4? Good job.
I was right.
SMRT.
It's loose, so it just won't come out.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if it... No, it's not magnetic. Sorry, let's pull it up. What else?
Oh, no, wait. Give it a turn.
Is there a nut on the inside?
Yeah. Yep.
So. This one here. We'll figure out exactly which ones are required eventually. This one at the front, I remember this is the one you said. Yeah.
So we're tucked behind this, so we should just be able to pull.
So this will come off. That's loose. Hang on. It's here. There's the grommet there, I think. That comes forward. Oops.
Your bottle's holding this on now.
Okay. So this could have stayed on. The belly pan could have stayed on. I can just pop that down. Yeah, it's fine.
We got it off.
For now, let's just put back the ones we need, because we don't need to get under here, so...
Okay. I think that's a Todd job.
Putting it all back together.
Yeah. Todd's good at putting things back together. Raise the rip, shit and bust, pull it apart, guy.
Got it.
But while you're doing that, I'm going to try out my new T-bars.
Nice. Where'd you get them from?
I'm not going to say on camera.
Okay.
So apparently this is the locking washer that we need to reuse.
Yep.
It spins, but I can't get it off. There we go. So we reuse that.
So we'll have to loosen the back wheel off and bring that forward.
Okay, what size is that nut, do we think?
17.
17?
Yeah.
I'm thinking 20.
Okay. So it was damaging it coming off. So then you just twist it, right?
Yep.
But twisting.
You might have been right. Okay, you were right.
How hard was yours to take off?
Easy. Oh, no, the plastic, not the metal.
Oh, okay, so... No.
You know?
Grab with the gloves. It could be different on that side. I think that
You're on your own with that one.
Yeah, I think it might be true. I'll have a look after.
How loose do we want this? Seems awfully tight.
Yep, just do that. Bye-bye.
Okay, well at least we know that wouldn't have lasted in a crash.
Weight saving.
Size?
Also 17.
Oh, that's awkward.
Oh, I've got a tie.
I got a ring spinner here.
Oh, of course you do.
Hey?
You got it all.
Not 17.
I didn't say 17. We have no evidence of that. Yes, investors also 17. Yes, investors also 17. Yes, investors also 17.
You said 18, eh?
No, it'd be 19.
Yeah, 19, that's what I said, yeah.
Yeah. Where do we put this? Go for it.
Yep.
Well, I had to replace these because they weren't really compliant anyway, so we will have to get some hooks or sliders.
Here's Todd justifying it any way he can. Okay, what do you need now? A couple of 12s or a couple of 10s to loosen off the tensioners?
Yeah, we may as well loosen that off. Although we actually will be coming all the way back, so let's just punch it out. There you go. Nice. Thank you. So that fell off.
Yeah, that hover bike conversion was a great investment, eh?
Hover bike.
Yeah. Means we can get rid of the wheels, all that unsprung mass.
Exactly. Done.
Monsieur Sprocket.
Yes. Done.
I'll put that somewhere that matters. So making the sprocket, front sprocket smaller, Todd, does what?
We are going to gear it down, so hopefully I will at least hit 5th and 6th gear on the track.
So your top speed goes down, but you get more torque.
I'll get more torque down low and I'll have more gears to play with. Yep. The question will be whether going smaller at the front will push our swing arm length too far back, beyond what we've got to play with. I think it should be okay, but if not, we'll have to go bigger on the back as well.
Or take a link or two.
Or take a link out. But once we do that, then we can't go bigger on the back without having to replace the chain.
We can always get another chain.
We can. Makes it more expensive. Alright, let's grab the lock. Or should we put the lock on after?
You get the chain on.
Yeah, I'll get the chain.
And I'll show the people what the locking system is. So in that sprocket, there's a little 8mm bolt and a spline and a gap in the spline for this. So you put that in, put it round, put the bolt through it, and that holds the front sprocket on. Are we going to get the back wheel on first? Yep. Before we lock this up?
No, we'll lock it up. Yep, we'll lock it up. Thank you. Ugh, is it not going in?
You might need the chain on it to tension the sprocket.
I think. Get up. Yeah.
You and your gloves.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no, there's no thread.
So, that's interesting.
So do we have to drill and tap, or?
Well, I guess we could.
I haven't got a tapper. Tapper, tapper, tapper.
Oopsie.
If anyone out there in YouTube land knows what to do with these things, because this hole's all the way through and tapped, and this one is just a drilled out divot that doesn't go all the way through. So what do we do? Put it in the comments below. That'd be great. What do you want to do now? Put this one back on.
No, I don't.
Well, you don't really have much of a choice, because this one's not going to stay on.
Yeah, it's true.
That's not doing anything.
Not going anywhere.
Okay, so we've been to Motor 10. What have we got?
We got a tap, and we got a drill bit. So we're going to drill this out, we're going to tap it, and hopefully that means that we can put the original bolt back through, but if not, we got another one with a washer. So let's see how we go.
Is it getting anywhere?
I think we're getting a little wet, a little bit. It's really hard.
Do we need to lubricate it?
I don't know. Do we?
Slow, you reckon?
Yeah, it said slow.
Well, it's not going to cut through like it would cut through some wood, is it?
No, it's not. That's why you normally need to press, right? Because it's you can just hold it in place and just pull your weight down with some leverage.
Could we use the current sprocket and just use the grinder to take a couple of teeth off? That way it'd have less teeth.
Now you're thinking. Yeah, it is a bucket bike, after all.
If you, watching this video, have any idea of what we need to be doing, you know there's probably people watching this video going,
Yeah.
that's the answer. What are you trying to do, you idiots?
I get that a lot.
Put it in the comments below. We'd love you for that. Like, comment, and subscribe. Have you Googled locking sprocket things?
No, I haven't actually. That might be something to check next.
All right, we're admitting defeat on the sprocket for now. I'm going to send it to somebody who has a drill press. Otherwise, what are you up to now, Todd?
Well, I was just adjusting the clip-ons. I couldn't get the brake lever where I wanted it to in the race, so it sort of required me to rejig everything, which I took the opportunity to undo it all and try and get a position that works. I'm not entirely sure if I've got it right yet, but.
So when you're trying to position your bars, what are you and your levers? What are you trying to do?
Trying to get it so that I could effectively close my eyes, go forward, and have the bars exactly where I want them, which is going to be different for different people. And we have a fair bit of adjustability here, so we can go in and out, and then we can come back and forward. What we can't control is this angle here, because that's kind of fixed. So we have to do the best we've got with the kind of two different angles we can play with to really get that to work. So the choice, I could go really wide and down.
Adventure spec?
Well, yeah, so I could go out like this. This is more like a dirt bike. Or obviously, you do not like that, you're a bit further up. But we want to have a little bit down, but then we want to probably come in a bit as well, because I want to be able to tuck in. So it's really personal preference. This is not, there's no right, wrong way. There's people that have their clip-ons in all different setups and it works for them. They go fast. So I just got to find something that works and then I can adjust it from there. So it's pretty close. Just start there.
Can you make motorbike noises while you do that?
I kind of wish we had a way to make this bar a bit bigger, because I want the brake lever to be like just a little further down, but I can't get it down because it's hitting.
Pretty sure that's what every male wants.
See, I want that's as far as I can get it, and where I wanted it was about there, but I can't do that because this hits into here.
Grinder.
Just grind the mount. So if we made that bigger, then it would kind of clamp on. Obviously, this is made for this size, so it wouldn't be a nice clamp either, but there's not much more I can do, really.
We don't need a rear brake, eh?
Technically, you do for regulations. I don't think I even used it once last weekend.
Oops. I mean,
It can be useful. Definitely can be useful. I'm not gonna say it's not, but it's definitely not used a lot.
whoops is not something you want to hear someone say when they're working on your bike, right?
It's my favourite word.
So this is not good wheel alignment. This What Not to Do is brought to you by Todd's Buckets. Woo. Been in the business 25 years, ample parking, friendly service.
Let's just straighten it up. It bothers me that it's not straight.
And he gives me shit for having OCD.
Good bearings.
So we haven't really achieved what we set out to achieve today because the sprocket that arrived we didn't know anything about, and it didn't have a hole in it, and we couldn't drill a hole in it. So Todd's homework for the week is to drill a hole in the sprocket, tap it, and then we can put the 12-tooth sprocket back on the bike, and that'll gear it down a little bit. How are you feeling with your bar placements?
Yeah, that'll do for now. Good place to start.
And we can't test the clutch adjustment that we've done because we've got no front sprocket.
Exactly. We've got this big old front clutch lever on here at the moment.
Are we going to put the fairings back on? We're just going to take them back off again, aren't we?
Yeah. I think we'll go through our bolts and we'll figure out exactly which ones we do need to take this fairing, to leave the fairing off, and anything else we'll put back on. And while I'm here, I might take a few of these other things off. But yeah, we're pretty much done.
Like, comment, subscribe.